citizenship is far from over. The ruling limits the power of individual judges to block the president's policies through nationwide court orders. Our Washington correspondent Jackie DeFusco joins us live now with what could happen next. Jackie, good morning.
Leticia, good morning. The Supreme Court just weakened what has perhaps been the biggest barrier to President Donald Trump's agenda so far. And so now the president says that his team will work quickly to try to advance various policies of his that were previously blocked by nationwide lower court orders.
I was elected on a historic mandate, but in recent months we've seen a handful of radical left judges effectively try to overrule the rightful powers of the president to stop the American people from getting the policies that they voted for in record numbers.
More than 40 nationwide injunctions have been filed against the president so far this term. With this 6-3 ruling, the Supreme Court said those judges were overreaching by issuing orders that halted the president's policies everywhere instead of limiting the impact only to the parties directly involved in the lawsuit. But the justices notably did not decide the other key question at the heart of this case, and that's, can the president roll back birthright citizenship for children born to parents living in the U.S. illegally or temporarily? That legal question is now going to get kicked back down to the lower courts, and in the meantime, it's still unclear whether this ruling will result in a patchwork of different policies, splitting states involved in the case and the rest of the country. With the ACLU already fighting back to keep protecting birthright citizenship, they filed a class action lawsuit shortly after the Supreme Court ruled.
The bottom line is that there are still many open pathways to block President Trump's illegal and unconstitutional birthright citizenship order and ensure that all babies born in the U.S. are equal citizens.
The Supreme Court says that enforcement of this policy cannot take place for at least 30 days. That said, the litigation, this legal battle over the future of birthright citizenship is almost certain to take much longer than that to settle. In fact, Attorney General Pam Bondi said yesterday she expects that the Supreme Court will see this issue again before them come October. Live in Washington, I'm Jackie DeFusco, KCRA 3 News.
And Jackie, thank you so much for your report. Back here at home, a live look at the state capitol this morning where Governor Gavin Newsom says that he's signed the state spending plan, but if you read the fine print, you'll find an unusual threat. In a move many political experts are calling unprecedented, the governor says that while he did sign the budget, it's contingent on lawmakers passing a bill to change a major environmental law. He wants to make it easier to build housing in more populated parts of the state. The legislature passed that $321 billion spending plan Friday that covers everything from the state's health care to public safety, schools, transportation, and other major services. The talks continue on that housing and environmental bill, and it's down to the wire with the new fiscal year starting next Tuesday. The governor's pushing to change the California Environmental Quality Act to keep groups from filing lawsuits that could stop or slow new housing projects in urban parts of the state. The votes on those bills will happen on Monday, and the governor told KCRA 3 he was confident.
I'm very grateful the progress we've made, and I'm very confident that on Monday I'll be signing those bills, and we will be moving forward on continuing our momentum to advance even further reforms.
The governor